Hey guys, so I want to do a speed and camera test here between the new Pixel 2 from Google, which is Google's flagship phone, and Samsung's flagship phone from early 2017, the S8 here, which you can probably get for a lot cheaper than the new Pixel phones. So, is it worth paying for the Pixel? We're going to check it out here, have a look at the speed and camera of each phone. So we can just start off with booting them both up here, fresh boot, and then we can see how they do compare. I think I know who's going to win for the boot up, which is absolutely amazing on the Pixel. But maybe the restart isn't that good actually. But I still think it's going to win, maybe. Yes, it does. Only just though, there, so don't restart the phone, do shut it down. So we can just have a look here at the speed of each phone, see if we're getting any improvements here on the left. So both have everything shut down, both are fully up to date. Let's go. So we're still running Android Nougat here on the S8, which may have an effect with your Samsung experience here. And you can see the Samsung is doing pretty well considering it is a skinned phone here, but I don't think it can quite keep up with the slickness of the Pixel. Pretty much every single one here much faster and more responsive. So that was probably the Samsung there. But you can see, do you see that judder on the Samsung? I certainly did. So we can have a look at the games here. Maybe we'll see the Exynos processor kick into life, because this is an Exynos model. In terms of the displays, they're both AMOLED, but I still think Samsung keeps the best panels to itself. The Samsung display seems to be a little bit more brighter, I have noticed. It's also obviously curved here, so it looks much more kind of satisfying when it comes to content. And look at the reds here, they look much more luscious on the eyes. But at least it doesn't have display issues like the larger Pixel. That's having burn-in and everything, apparently. Very blue screen here again. I can certainly see a difference in terms of display. But that is because Samsung, does make these displays at the end of the day. But in terms of the raw speed here, the Pixel 2 is dominating pretty much every single one. So if that is your main focus, you can have a good time here. I wish it did something about these bezels though, make it more look like the LG G6, which doesn't have a curved display but has very minimal bezel. I think they could have copied that really. And again, here it looks like the Pixel a little bit snappier to load the game, which is pretty nice. One more. Yeah, so I'm going to give this to the Pixel in terms of the performance. So look at the web browsing here. So using this stock browser for Samsung versus the Google Chrome, which I think is a stock for the Pixel. Let's go. So very quick there on the left. And another one. And again, very snappy on the left here. We're just going to go to some page rendering here between both of them. So I think the Pixel is going for a more yellowish kind of display, according to my eyes, compared to the warmer light hue on the Samsung here. We can just click this. Again, the Pixel, which is going to take me to that, and I don't want to go to that. But I think in terms of the raw speed here, I'm thinking it's the Pixel. Let's just try one more. So go. Again, Pixel, very fast. Whoops, I didn't click that at the same time. Let's try a different one. BBC Sport. Oh, so that was the Samsung that time. So it's not clear cut, definitely you can see there's some variation here. Strange how the same web page is loading a little bit differently, but nevertheless I think quite interesting. Let's just have a look at the multitasking. So both 4 gigs of RAM, as you can see. Reload there on the Pixel, not what I want to see. But it is running more like beta software. Again, another reload. And the Samsung is doing better here. Are we living in a different dimension? That is something I'm asking. Look at that, there's some reload on the Pixel, which is the flag bearer for Android here. So that's not even the same app. So some games. Oh, so this is rendering the wrong way. I think both of them have reloaded the games, so that's not the best, but at least this loaded it the right way. Let's just try another one. So you can see, I think both of them could do a lot better in terms of the memory management when it comes to the fact that they're so expensive and they're high-end phones. Well, I think the Pixel is recovering a little bit faster overall. But yeah, kind of disappointing here. Both of them can't hold just 4 games in memory, really. I was expecting some good stuff here, but I did hold this one in memory, strangely enough. So, not the best multitasking here, folks, if you are, looking for that. But how do the cameras compare? That is something I was quite interested in, because Samsung obviously is coming with an amazing camera setup every year. Pretty much every year Samsung nails it when it comes to the camera. So can the Pixel compete? That is a good question here. So we're going to start off with the low light, which I do like to check out. And I've got to say, even though the Pixel is like the highest rated camera right now, I couldn't see it being marvelously better than the Samsung, which came out like 5 months ago. You can have a look for yourself. I'm not trying to be pro Samsung or anything, but really I thought that the Samsung still did amazing, even given the age of the handset, and that extends as well to the good light, which is fantastic on the Pixel, but to me the colours looked more vibrant on the Samsung for some reason. But I guess it depends on whether you like, vibrancy versus more realistic colours. I like vibrancy, actually. So yeah, not amazing step up from the Samsung, if you ask me. And I'm guessing it'll be the same as well as the S8. The Pixel does have optical image stabilization, so I thought it didn't at first, but it does. So the video, again, I'd say it's quite comparable, really. Both of them pretty good. I'd say the Pixel has a weakness in terms of the low light. I noticed that there was quite a lot of noise on the video, like flashing and blinking for some reason, whereas the Samsung didn't exhibit that. Maybe it's because of the lighting kind of scene, but it's something to bear in mind if you do some low light video recording. But generally, in good light, both of them are very nice and will do the job. But I think at the end of the day, we've got to go back to the point that the S8 is come down in price now quite a bit, particularly the S8 Plus and things like that. So I wouldn't say you should really rush out and buy the Pixel, particularly as we have new handsets coming in 2018. Really, it doesn't really make that much sense. But then again, if you are on Apple's platform, or you're just looking to upgrade to a phone which just works and will be supported for a long time, Pixel 2 does the job at the end of the day. And probably not get the Pixel XL 2 though, because it just seems to be getting worse and worse in regards to the display issues. And Samsung's still a fantastic phone here. Hopefully we'll get Oreo on the phone quite quickly. Samsung's usually pretty good when it comes to its high-end phones. So yeah, just a little comparison here. You can see Samsung holds its ground pretty well. Hope you found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.